grabs my collar, I grab the tail of the lapel, come around from the outside in, and I pinch his arm with my elbow as I duck under. This alone, I can get the tap. The motion is still the same, where I'm gonna shoot through, but I'm also going to plant my hand and baseball slide through. He's gonna duck the same side shoulder and roll, and I'm gonna come up side control. This is a move you cannot learn quickly because the trauma happens so fast. Purely probably because of the strange angle that it makes in the arm. It's really kind of one of those Kimora type of breaks, but probably worse because it's entangled in the material. So a lot of times you can just kind of, slide out, slip out, unravel. This one, your attacker has to let you out, pretty much. If they pinch their elbow and hold the elbow, you're caught until they kind of let you go. Mike, can I borrow you? So this move is set up from having a jacket on, something that has at least some substantial material, because it's the material that's going to be your tool for entrapment. The gi top makes that really useful. The individual setup is somebody coming in and just grabbing you by the lapel, kind of a hold you and start punching you kind of move. If it's no jacket, they might grab your shirt. So he grabs my lapel and my jacket is loose. I'm going to grab the tail of my jacket with the same side arm. And I'm going to overwrap it over his elbow. But once I get my elbow all the way over, I'm going to pinch my elbow to my chest. And I'm going to duck under their arm. So you can tell here he's in a really bad spot. He's virtually in a Kimora. Now we're going to show for drilling purposes how this person could shoulder roll out of this so that we can drill it. But let's first talk about street applicability. At its best, I have an arm submission and a choke here. I also could come on, I'm not going to do it for real, but if this hand were to come under the nose, I'm going to simulate that by grabbing the eyebrow. We could have a takedown. That's probably most assuredly going to break their shoulder as well. If I want to be merciful and I can unravel this, are you able to take your arm out? I have an over-under back take and take it to the ground like we've done before. So a super nice stand-up takedown. Again, he grabs my collar. I grab the tail of the lapel. I come around from the outside in and I pinch his arm with my elbow as I duck under. This alone, I can get the tap just by straightening my back and lifting my head up. I can sometimes get the choke by doing both at the same time, grabbing the collar here and putting the other side of my hand underneath their carotid. Just keep digging that in, getting the choke. The takedown, which is going to be brutal, is a septum or under the chin or eyebrow for training. If I let them go and they unravel, it's at least a back tick. And then break their posture down, take them to the ground, finish it. We're going to start there. This very first setup is going to be your partner is going to grab, and you're simply going to find your sweet spot on your lapel, and you're going to come out and around. You're making a full clockwise circle with your elbow. Here. And then you're going to duck your head under until your arm passes and your elbow rests on their back. And at that point, you're going to be careful. You're going to let go and let your material unravel. Close? Let's give that a try. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to take it to the next level. And the next level is probably way more, how do you drill it in here? How do we have fun with this, okay? And because it's legal, you know, at a certain point you can do this type of tool entrapment, but your training partner has got to understand the mechanics of it. We're not talking about street bully anymore, you know, the opponent anymore. Now we're talking about friend, training partner. So, if Mike George grabs, just like on the earlier setup, and I come around, the modification is that I'm not going to stay on my feet. The motion is still the same, where I'm going to shoot through, but I'm also going to plant my hand and baseball slide through. He's going to duck the same side shoulder and roll. And I'm going to come up side control for the takedown. Still some entrapment potential. So be careful with your training partner, because this could still be all like screwed up somewhere in there. So once you're here, and you can feel some of the tension, and they're going to be able to communicate with you, but don't be like jumping up or swinging around until you know their hand is free. This is, again, training partner etiquette, but it's so important if we're going to keep each other healthy and stay on the mats. Okay. So again, if we can do that one more time. It's a great little flow as well. So he grabs my lapel, or my collar, I grab my lapel, elbow all the way around, but in this case, look at, I plant a hand and I sit through looking at the ceiling. He shoulder rolls the same side attacked arm and I let go of my lapel as I climb and go into side control. So, the important part, will you do it to me, please? The important part of this is being prepared so that as soon as he does this, you're shoulder rolling the attacked arm. Come over, fall break, let your hand untuck, and let your opponent move into side control. It's a sweet little drill. Really helps you practice the street applicable move because you're getting used to the motion. And then we're not going dumb side today. I think baby steps are good until we know how to do it well. And then we can amp it up. So let's give this a try. Again, go extremely slow. The key takeaway here on the attacker is the hand plant sit through. It changes everything for your standing opponent. See how he's bent over already? We're lowering to the ground. All he has to do is duck the same side, attack shoulder, and roll. That's it. And he's out. Let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3.